Alright, so let's get this on the road, shall we? I will apologize in advance. I've been in a weird funk most of this week. I'm kind of not sure if this is because I'm suffering from a burnout of some kind of depression, but it's been a weird week mentally, so I am not sure what's exactly going on. I'm taking a break from VR thing today, so
Yeah.
I don't have
I mean,
to,
if you're ever feeling too off
cut,
during the session, I don't care if you just cancel midway through.
cut early. No, if I'm like, I sometimes call off the session, rarely, but I never call off when I actually like start
Need
playing.
it. When you actually need to.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is that we all need to pressure him into calling off the session.
Alright, guys, let's boycott.
Yeah,
Mutiny.
we're
I'm
doing
going
a
on
boycott. We're going on strike.
But yes, last time we left off, if I remember correctly, we didn't have a week off, so I should remember. After dealing with the usurper, who died like a bitch, after, well, leaving Sasa with massive mental scar, another one to the list. Oh yeah, just to
Yeah, it was
reiterate,
me actually.
I still treating. Alright, I need to adjust my notes that you now have like 6 as a max lingering injury limit. But yeah, basically how I treat it is that mechanically, if combat happens, you still like 2 out of 5. But I'm basically trusting you that like in terms of like roleplay, if should you want to go for it, like you can like still treat that spot in the dark happened. The one that gave you like would give you a flaw, but we are not really playing with flaws, so it's like more like a fluffing how you like treat your
Yeah.
character.
Like it doesn't affect me in combat, but I'm still depressed in roleplay.
Yeah, it's more like it doesn't affect your limit of lingering injuries,
Of
because
lingering injuries,
normal
yeah.
that would mean you would be like 3 out of 6, so you'd be like, you know, halfway there. But no, for now you are still like
4 out of 6?
you are 2 out of 6, yes, not half. Yeah, because you still have illusory limb and dark vessels. Yeah, again, you are not able to get the roll good enough to treat them during the downtime. So after dealing with the usurper and some leftover enemies, investigating the area, acquiring some basic loot, because as it turned out, the actual good shit, the very good shit, has been locked away in a kinda extra-dimensional vault. There's some weird funky shit going on with this, especially considering that the seal protecting this place has, under the protections of this place, has a vampire lord, a night lord, to be more specific, sealed into them. And as far as I recall, 2 of you, so Dolan and Sasa, were getting ready to engage in a conversation as link has been established. Have I missed anything important? I'm not sure.
No, I think that was pretty much it.
I did
No,
cast Thought Shield on
Yeah.
myself to keep someone from taking over my
And
brain,
me.
in case.
You also did it on me.
I also did it
Yeah,
on you.
and I cast
casted
protection
it.
from evil and good to guarantee that no funky shit can at least happen to Dolan.
Yeah.
Which, seeing as they're the one with the doing the psychic link, I feel it was more important to protect them.
Because if my concentration breaks, it's fucked.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'll cast Message. And say, you're a Night Lord, right? Which are you?
As potential challenger to another, let me introduce myself. I am Hellstrom, the Lord of Might.
terrifying.
Yeah, okay.
Dylan's like, Dolan Mirrodin, nice to meet you.
Well met, servant of the light.
How did that weakling trap you down here out of curiosity, being the Lord of Might?
I admit it was not one of my proudest moments. But
Sorry.
sometimes...
Yes, humor, you know, I appreciate that.
But sometimes... a moment of hubris is... all you need to fall.
A dark trick, I see. Interesting.
I've spent here quite a while, and the confinement provides some insight and hindsight for the past actions. I was perhaps more sure of myself in regards to this place's defenses than warranted, and I paid the price. But I am a patient being. I knew that someday, sooner or later, someone would be lured by the prospect of riches hidden in this vault. It seems like my patience has been rewarded. You are here for them, are you not?
Well, Dylan like looks at everyone and he's like, "We're not here to break this guy out, right? We don't really give a shit about the riches in there, right?" Like looks back at the party.
Winona, like looking. I imagine like the rest of the party is like on the other side of the door, so we just like look through the window in the door, and just like Winona shakes her head.
Yeah, he's like, okay.
Evelyn
Nope,
shakes his
not
head.
here for
I am
riches.
interested. I am extremely interested. Waves halberd. I want better halberd.
Winona will like grab your trunk to stop you talking.
Stop it.
Silence.
Dylan's like, to be honest, we're actually not really here for that. We just came here to kill that guy. Sorry to disappoint you. Left eye blinks, then right.
Then perhaps you are here to challenge me as well. After all, we are natural enemies, are we not? I have many fond memories of facing other servants of light in the past.
To be fair, at this point, we don't even know. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I know what he's saying. Do I know what he's saying?
I would say it out loud next, like so you'd hear me. And Dolan's like, I feel really bad to let this guy down like this.
That's
feel
just like
like
hand
really
on mouth, covering herself, and just being like, I mean, at this point, me too. You know, it's kind of sad.
It's pretty sad.
Sassy's gonna
Gotta join
ask-
the whisper group. I offer to arm
I'm
wrestle
telling
him.
all of you, like, stay behind the fucking door. If he tries to control your goddamn mind, I can't protect you.
Yeah,
Get the
There are
fuck
no
out.
thoughts up here
Yeah.
for him to control.
That doesn't
the
matter.
fuck
It
behind the line,
empty.
dog.
No.
Not
Charisma
old.
saving throw will stop any fighter. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Get behind the door.
Fuck out of here.
I'm gonna
Yeah, Winona's only this close, so you can see what's going on in case there's a fucking emergency.
That at least from Hellstrom's responses, everyone hears them because you hear a reverberation going from the seal itself.
Oh,
Ah.
okay.
Oh,
I mean,
we don't
it's
have
Is
to
that
use
like a
the word.
microphone
Yeah,
from like an
it's
inmate
like
prison?
yeah, you don't see. There's no physical visible device, but it's like imagine if there's like an invisible like PA system.
I feel so
I
bad
love
for
it.
this guy.
I'll arm
Holy
wrestle
shit.
him for the riches.
I feel bad as well because he just asked, like, "You're here to fight me, then, right?" And there's just been silence.
Yeah, we're like, no.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't mind.
I mean, we can, but Only if he agrees for it not to be lethal. we don't kill him, he doesn't kill us, kind of deal.
If we win, he
Lord of
becomes.
Might, I don't feel like would agree, but I'll ask.
I mean, you never know. You straight up
I'll
never
ask,
know. He
I'll
might be
ask,
like.
I'll ask. Haha,
Give it with the
right.
cup.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, before you,
I mean,
before
I
you ask
would.
that,
I mean, I would give it with like the caveat of like, well, if we do put up a good fight and you kill us, then you've lost the opportunity to fight us again.
at our best.
I have pretty good charisma, okay? I could
So
persuade him.
Yeah.
I want to ask him
Yeah,
something
I mean-
like out of before that.
Okay,
If
what
that's
do you
You
want to
could
ask?
also
and
ask
then
for
I'll
some
him that.
riches in exchange for like, we killed the guy who beat you, so
Uh, yeah, I want to ask him. What is your relationship with Beckett, the Lord of Knowledge?
I was wondering if someone was gonna ask that. That is a very good
I was
question.
gonna ask him that after this anyway. I was gonna say, how do you feel about the other Night Lords? But there'll be like a long pause after he asks, like, oh, you're here to fight me, right? There's a long pause. And he just clears his throat and he's like, anyway.
But
So, we have met another Night Lord who's non-hostile. How do you feel about Lord Beckett? The one who's the librarian, I believe.
Ah,
Do you have any
so
relation?
you have met him as well.
Yes.
I've come to respect his ways. He honed his mind as I honed my body. He found a different path of strength as I found mine. We both risen above our lesser kin. We are not driven by our most base instincts anymore. We still have our hunger, but it is refined.
So
Dolan
I
came back and
assume
he's like, he seems like an honorable sort. Maybe we could.
I'm gonna say, so you what is it you feed from? We know what Lord Beckett feeds from.
Is it not obvious from what I've told you already?
Well, it could be death, it could be harm, it could be
I
multiple
think
things
it's
that come
probably
with combat.
blood.
would be the glorious format of battle.
I seek the thrill of combat. I seek the challenge. I seek a whetstone to further hone and perfect my body. Or,
Oh,
failing that, to perhaps become a whetstone for someone else. After all, if you live by the blade, you die by the blade.
I put
it
both
is
my
a-
hands on
It is
Dolan.
a manner of speech. I am not much for bladed weaponry user.
I'm gonna put both my hands on Dolan's like scuff, and I'm gonna say, I can shoot this guy with my cannon for free.
Dolan looks like he is actively aging in real time.
I'm just gonna step out at this point because he heard honorable words come out of that Night Lord's mouth. This is the one time. Sharpen me, oh whetstone.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna kneel.
Okay.
I love the
sharpen
idea
me.
that
But
Winona was
essentially-
trying to stop you but just couldn't.
Like, basically, Hellstrom is the Blood Knight trope personified.
Yeah. Oh my god. Wait, okay. So you definitely should ask, like, because Sassy's very on board with this shit. I'm gonna be honest. Like, if you ask if we can do this and, like, train with each other instead of, killing each other.
Okay, my allies are very eager. He casts
Mentor me.
and he'll say, my allies are very eager to fight you. But, not knowing the difference in power, I hesitate to undo your seal. In return for slaying the usurper and for freeing you, how about a non-lethal spar between our two groups?
You are either a very strong user of arcane arts, or you presume much thinking that you will be able to undo the seal. I admit I have adjusted it a little bit on the inside from the decades I was in their place, but never something that would break it. Merely something that
Made it cozy.
made it a more bearable existence, a place for meditation, I suppose. Yeah, as for the other thing, yeah, hold on. He also gonna say, as for your proposition, admit the non-lethal combat doesn't hold the same essence as the fight to the death. But anytime such an offer is offered, even assuming you and your companions would be able to undo the seal, there's always a question of would this deal be honored? And as he says that, there's a momentary pause, and please give me diplomacy roll. Sorry, diplomacy, persuasion? Hold on, I'm
It's
mixing up
persuasion,
the
you're correct.
system again.
Yeah, persuasion is.
I'm gonna flash up the genius that shit. You get a +5, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, considering the area you are in, like, we can count someone else aiding you as well.
Okay.
I'm just gonna straight up say that because I'm straight up asking to be mentored, that I would be giving the help action.
Let me roll twice. Solid 10 plus 5 would be 19.
19.
That'd be 19. Yep.
Yeah.
Please, sir. We know Beckett.
Please, sir, I
bet
would like
Beckett will
my
be happy
sword
to
to
see
be,
you, sir.
my blade to be honed by your powerful might.
With this, Winona probably like barely pipes up above a whisper and is like, "Well, if you did want to fight him lethally, so long as it's not your place to die, I could bring you back. But, you know, if it's your time to die, then I won't be able to."
So with Flash of Genius making that a 19, after this momentary pause, there's Hellstrom's voice coming up again, asking a specific question that he expects an answer for. You are quite peculiar for servants of light. I could not imagine anyone of your kind in the past entertaining such an idea. Would you really suffer the idea of one more Night Lord returning to the fold?
Dolan thinks for a moment.
Would you, I mean, I guess you could ask him if he would attack the City of Hope.
Dolan thinks for a moment and he says, through all my years, I have learned that to see things only in black and white is always a mistake. If that answers your question.
There is silence. For one moment, then the next one.
And then another one.
Yes.
Like Dolan will say, I have seen Night Lords that do things out of kindness, and I have seen followers of light go mad and kill each other. There's no real good or bad in most cases. So saying, oh yeah, a Night Lord will go and join the fold, that doesn't always mean it's horrible.
I think Sass is going to speak up.
Yeah, go ahead.
and she's gonna say, "Perhaps this is a bad time to mention this, but I have been working with Lord Beckett. Yeah, we've been working together, and we have struck a deal. And he was actually the one that has, in a way, sent me to find the whereabouts of you, sir. I haven't told my companions this, so please don't kill me. Steps away
Arrest
from Dolan.
you immediately.
I am.
Nolan just closes his eyes.
Dolan, we're arresting him, right?
You are not lying. However, I am unsure if he truly had me in mind. He would know that I would not appreciate him just swooping by to rescue me, even if he wanted to. He had, I imagine, plenty of opportunity before. Unless he was unwilling to test himself against the Fort Castle's defenses. But if you are working... So, go ahead.
I will say, it seemed to me more of just ascertaining a situation rather than a rescue mission. He mentioned that, well, I assume that you know him well. The deal was that he would tell me the location of the usurper in exchange for the opportunity for us to get rid of him. And in the meantime, I can ascertain why he managed to take the place.
Well, I can answer that. I did most of the work. The castle had... This one had... And amazing examples of warriors of light and battles we thought I will fondly remember until my body turns to ash. Perhaps in haze of battle and joy from victories, I didn't notice or ignored my treacherous underling. But that's in the past. But miss, if I hear the voice right, if you are working with Beckett, then I imagine you either have a brilliant mind similar to his, or perhaps you have something of interest to him.
Well, I would like to say both, but it's mostly the second one, yes. I am a member of the Maple family, if that makes sense. If that would explain anything. What are you doing, Captain?
I don't know. Adding a tenseness to the moment.
No, I am sure that this would mean much to Beckett, but I never took to studies. Well,
So he's a himbo, you say.
apart from basic understanding of arcane arts, it is always useful to be able to identify who out of your foes is a magic user and who is not.
That is very fair, yeah. Not in sausage, just like not.
Actually, no, wait. I was gonna ask, like, by the way, what is the direction of others, but I think more or less the rest of the party was already knowing that.
No, I haven't told anyone about it. I didn't tell
No,
anyone
he
that I was
told no
working with
one. This
Beckett.
is new.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
so
no.
I misunderstood. Okay, so my question now that I'm gonna pause talking with him as camera looks back to the rest of the party. What is the party's reaction?
The
So
Sasa
Nolan
telling
closed
us they're
his
working with a
eyes
Night
and
Lord.
is doing
Yes.
breathing exercises right now.
I have a net in my hands, and it's like suddenly I'm an imposing, like ominous shadow with the net getting ready to throw right over Sasa. Arrest on sight.
Winona probably has the face of like a disappointed teacher. Just
oh
like,
no, my pirate's disappointed at me.
yep, they're like, okay. I'm sure you
Aw.
thought it was for the best, but we all make bad choices, and that's okay. Like, that's Winona's vibe with this reveal.
Raikumo's like me. I kind of disassociated what you had said. What?
He's like, huh?
No, seriously, what? Huh?
Also works for a Night
The
Lord.
reveal that
Oh,
I'm working with
oh
Beckett.
yeah. And then he I thought you did for sure tell us that because there was
No,
a
I
point that
didn't.
we
No,
do
No.
about
she didn't.
No, we were shown it as like a scene to the players, but like the characters never knew.
I thought there was a point that Sasa told us that there was
I
a
think I know
secret
what's-
Night Lord.
Somehow what it's referring to, because that's what I was also thinking about. That you had a scene in the office of like the Night Watch, like
Mm-hmm.
Captain Lastimosa left, and Sasa was talking about something, and I didn't remember if it was how much Sasa revealed back there. So that's why I asked for
think-
specification.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I think
I
Sasa
thought-
was
think-
talking about Neville.
I thought
And then...
if I remember correctly, I believe that they mentioned that a Night Lord had managed to sneak their way into the city or something along those lines,
yes,
but nothing specifically related to Beckett and or them working with them.
that
Yeah,
probably
like
is
I
true.
did mention, I got like someone told me how to get to this place, and I was very vague about it. But I never told anyone specifically. I am working with Beckett,
Right.
and we
No, you-
made a deal.
Okay.
You're
fair.
You
fine.
are
We-
At
under
least
arrest,
that's what I
Sasa
remember.
Maple, by the order of the Night Watch.
I just remember because Raikumo introduced himself right in that moment too, and he's like, "Great, we now at least know there's a Night Lord out here," or something, or something like that.
Yeah.
And Dolan was like, "Who are you?" And he's like, and
If Ibram
Oh, yeah.
actually does start going to arrest Sasa, I'd put a hand on his arm.
Dolan, what are you
And-
If she
doing?
wanted to kill us, she would have done it already.
Raikumo's nodding, just like this
no,
makes
fine.
sense.
I guess Sasa is honorable enough to trust.
Just like that. Knowing Sasa, that's probably a fair assessment.
Well, how else
Raikumo, I
to know
love it.
about the Night Lord? I mean, it
To
kind of
be
makes
fair,
sense.
I have no
That's
idea if,
fair.
how Derp would play it as Pastor, but I imagine that we see in the background as Abram was like looming over Sasa. Pastor might be like pointing finger at Abram and like guiding bolt, preparing.
Yeah, getting ready to fucking kill him.
Because he might. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out like
He would
Pa-
side
Pastor.
with Sasa 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
even what little I know of Pastor, he would side with Sasa.
He has undying loyalty to the original party. So.
hmm
And we both know that the light is not to be trusted. So
Yeah. Dylan's like, I've literally worked cases where half the city has started fighting each other just because of the light. Like it sucks. Everything's horrible.
Dolan, you said they were fighting over crayon.
With the
Mm.
lights.
Abram, not relevant right now.
Back
You
when
lied to me, Dolan.
The tree fiasco was going on.
Oh my
And,
gosh.
like, the people under the tree started fighting.
yeah. Oh, I
Wasn't it
remember
because of
that shit.
Yeah,
crayon?
Damn.
that riot was a big
Because
thing.
he would have
Yeah, I
been
forgot
on that
about it.
case. He would have been there, like investigating and talking
For
to
this-
people and realizing that they literally like were essentially possessed by like zealotry.
So, this whole time that we've been investigating the Crayon Syndicate,
Abram, now's really not the time.
We'll talk about it when we're home.
I need to use a Google Translate. What the fuck is a crayon?
It's a.
It's the little wax writing
colored wax,
implements,
yeah.
colored
Give me a
wax that
second.
children use.
Yeah.
do you not know what a crayon is?
Well, that's because
Well,
Crayon is
probably
a
lost
company, you
concentration.
fool.
They're typing. Yeah.
No, Crayon, Crayola is a company. Crayon is a product.
yeah.
Ah, okay. I had to like translate that for myself.
Mhm.
There you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
No worries.
Call it polish.
Kredki pastelowe? Hold on, I need to like.
Let me look up. I want to actually look that now. up.
Yeah, literally, crayon is translated to either pastel or kredka. Or,
Really?
Pastel. Yeah.
or węgiel malarski.
Wenger Malaski.
I like that one.
Wenger Malaski.
The Wenger Malaski
Wenger
Syndicate.
Malaski.
Just calling them pastels just make a lot of sense. Since that's basically
Okay.
what they are.
Regardless.
Anyways, that was like a big tangent.
Yeah. We're good.
Yeah, so we have this reaction of the like party, like, ha! A big revelation dropped suddenly.
Yep.
That's his girl over there with like sparkly eyes and just like baby face. So her party doesn't fucking immediately execute her.
I went to battle mode. That's how dangerous it
I
was
know.
for you for a second.
Hellstrom
I-
speaks up. Actually, before he speaks up, as the scene continued, it can be either. Actually, Sasa, do you have better persuasion check than Dolan, or not really?
I think I have a 0.
I could just roll again.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have
I
the
was gonna
best.
say you can roll again with advantage.
Can I just smile at him and just be like, "Help us out"?
He can't really see you.
Oh
Dang.
on.
Holy
I
shit!
speak his
Nine
head.
and
I
ten
rolled
He-
the
he has
exact
today.
same thing.
He has a PA system. He doesn't have a home
I could speak
camera.
in his head by pointing at him.
Wait,
Hold on.
what is your
Yeah.
plus?
Mine's
4?
insane.
hmm
God, hold on.
As much as I would love to cast a guidance right now, I don't want the protection from evil and good to drop, just in
good.
case
Yeah.
shit goes
I mean,
south.
yeah, if you
so-
have a better one, Raikomo, then yeah, you go ahead.
Yeah,
I go.
go
I
ahead.
just walk over here.
I should also mention, does Pastor know the spell guidance? Because he could cast
He
guidance
does,
right
I
now.
think.
Speaking in his head, I'll just recommend.
Yeah, he has
Yeah,
guidance.
he does.
There's
So,
no reason
yeah,
as
we
to
could-
why not to help us out. After all, we've helped you get out of here for spending so long in here, so many decades. Why not?
Do a sexy
Just,
pose. Do a sexy pose.
he doesn't. No, no. He bowed. He bowed.
Flex as soon as Sasa says that.
But I'll just roll first.
That was completely like left field for me. That took me by surprise.
Insane take.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, that's just bad.
You have advantage, bitch.
Jesus Christ.
I'll roll one more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure,
And
go
a
ahead.
plus 5. And a plus 5.
Oh my
Oh
god! You rolled
my God.
doubles. Roll again.
So
I would like to roll persuasion.
Pastor will guidance you. There you go.
And you
17.
have plus 5 from Flash of Genius again.
22.
Let's go!
I
Does
literally
my
rolled what you
flexing
guys
give
rolled.
any bonuses?
Having to spend everything we have on shit rolls.
Yeah, let's
No.
go. That's what we're here for. We're just fucking... We're so stupid.
I can actually just
Smiles.
straight up forcibly make you reroll that roll if you'd like.
Nah, you should save it just in case. If we somehow did release him, we don't know if he's just lying to us.
As soon
Blood
as he
pact.
says, "Yeah, I will not kill you," I'm gonna insight check him. I've been waiting for him to say it this whole time.
You're
Yeah.
so ready to
Yeah.
buy check.
I mean, that's also what I've been waiting for, is for him to like claim some shit and be like, "Does he mean that?"
I've been waiting for a statement for me to insight check.
There is some merit in this proposition. Remind me what this deal would entail.
Well,
Whenever the fuck we want, but we don't kill each other.
I would get you out
Become
using
strong.
my own magical ability by undoing the seal. I should be able to dispel it. Then, I don't know if you're at full strength. I assume you are. You've been in there for a long time. But I would need a few moments in order to regain my magical energy from undoing the seal. And then we can fight upstairs where there is more room. After it is clear who is the winner or loser, the fight is stopped, we can each go on our separate ways.
Two clarifications. If this seal was just as easy to dispel by dispel magic, someone have already done by that. I'm afraid you'll have to do it from inside.
I understand. I'll step through.
I will stop you. Don't go in
Yeah,
right
don't.
now.
No, okay. Take it easy.
Secondly,
Easy, boy.
while this will not be as feeling as a regular challenge, there is also merit in saying that you should not pluck a fruit that is not fully grown from a tree, and perhaps having a teaching experience what is the gap between you and proper Night Lords and not
A fake.
scheming fakes could be a learning experience.
Alright, that I'm gonna insight. Inciting that one.
Yeah, I would also like to insight that.
Same.
Even Imbrim will throw an insight out there.
Totally
Why are
fucking
we
shit.
rolling 8s?
Seems legit.
What the
There we
fuck?
go.
Okay, 27, thank God.
Raikomo with a 27, or rather, to you, Raikomo gets that feeling, and I'm just gonna say answer to the player with a 27. I can tell you, he has no. What's the skill for?
Deception?
He has no deception.
He's telling the truth.
I mean, sure, he has no like proficiency. Then he could be rolling from his base charisma, which is kind of high. But yeah, he has no
Out
deception
of
as a skill.
character, he doesn't lie at all.
Out of character, he basically is like, what use I have for lying?
Mm-hmm. Corn, motherfucker.
Yeah. Why would I deceive if I can just kill you?
Yes.
Yeah, that's all right.
Me and my Zinj boys.
Yeah.
We could never.
It's like, yeah, exactly. You and your. Why would I kill you when I could just deceive you?
When I could just lie.
Then yes, I am willing to hold myself back and ensure that my punches I do not punch your head from your neck by accident. Assuming, of course, that you also know how to consider your own strength. After all, some tools and abilities are problematic to be used in a non-lethal way. Out of character reminder that some things like spells cannot be used non-lethally.
Haha, hee
Yeah,
hee.
yeah.
Yeah. Spells are. You cannot non-lethal a fucking fireball.
Yeah.
As
Fine,
funny as
fine,
that
fine.
would be.
Alright.
Looks at him. If the killing blow will be a non-lethal blow, fair enough.
It doesn't.
Considering I imagine I'm possess more vitality than you, then I guess I will offer this additional handicap for you. He doesn't say that, but it's left unspoken. But if he figures out that you are going full lethal, shit is gonna go sideways for you.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I really don't want to kill him. Like even out of
Okay.
character and in character, I really don't want to kill this guy.
Can you describe to me this door/room area that he is in? I'm gonna try and break him out.
Yeah, the actual combat would not be happening here.
Yes.
If we're gonna have combat, I'm assuming it's upstairs, right?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, that was the
Guys, I can't do my shillelagh build if I fight this guy. Just so you know. So I
I mean, you
might not
can.
be.
You just
able
don't
to-
kill him with it.
No, I
You
can't
can,
yeah.
hurt him with it at all. That would be lethal because it's magic, right?
Yeah, just hit him before it's ready to die, and then you can stop.
No, I mean if we're logically speaking, if we're already doing spells, doesn't he already think that we'd be doing lethal damage to him? Which
That's
means they'll
why
change.
the
Yeah.
entire thing I
Yeah.
said about that I have probably bigger vitality than you. That was me in character fluff was saying that because he has quite a few hit points than you. Like one strike will not kill him. So basically when it gets to a certain point, then if lethal attacks continue, shit will go sideways. But I'm gonna let you know like where is that
Fair enough.
Like,
So
This
yeah,
guy
we
is
need.
lucky that I
Put it
am
down,
not
put
an
it down.
illusion wizard because he would be dead in that chamber.
Yeah.
I would just
yeah,
mirage arcane lava in there.
I
yeah.
would. So what
In fairness,
what we're
you
hearing,
didn't even have to do that to
Right.
kill him because you could just cast illusion over your spells and then just
Night
kill
Lord-
him anyway.
Night Lord, Mr. Night Lord. Do you have a safe word for us then?
The term I would use.
Ibram, how do you know that?
Do that.
You don't want to know. You don't want to know.
Pineapple.
Pineapple.
Fine, it might be pineapple as well.
Damn.
Okay, anyway. What does this door look like? What's this door looking like?
It is half
Are there any
ethereal.
windows?
Like imagine gates in a style of like silver gates to like heaven.
Oh.
That is actually fate. Fuck, I think I was describing it last time, but I forgot how I described it. There are no windows. The door itself is kind of hard to describe, decide from what material it is made. You can see through it, but again, like this, like you can partially see this area physically as it exists as a vault, but you are damn sure that when you like open it up and like step through, like opening up the door will not break the seal itself. It's merely like being able to step in. But yeah, the actual like seal, the place where he is sealed as a protection against this place is somewhere else. So essentially, okay, I think I figured it out how to like describe it differently. So imagine like this door, like figuring out how to open it will be like, because you are not pressed for time, you don't have to make a skill check. It's essentially like taking a 20 almost, if you can still do that in 5e.
Yeah, you
Yeah, you
can.
can.
It's DM ruling, but yeah.
Yeah, so you basically you are not hard pressed for time, so like take your sweet time to like figure out how to air quotes open the lock, and by that I mean basically adjusting several runes and several webs of arcane magic that is coursing through this extremely complex sealing mechanism to open the door. And when you open the door, you step into security checkpoint, air quotes, like, you know, TSA checkpoint at the airport, which will be a different map.
Alright, well, is everyone ready? I'll start doing the seals. You'll
mean,
see me
yeah,
go into
you're
my
the
fucking
one-
mind palace as I begin to change all the different runes.
I mean,
Actually,
I
it will
imagine we'll have a
probably-
window to talk to him before the fight starts. It's not like once the thing's down, he's gonna instantly attack us.
I did tell him I would
Assume.
need a moment to arcane recovery.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm fine then. I can talk to him
But
before the actual
I-
fight
When
starts.
you arrive at my humble abode, I will, as a host, graciously allow you time to prepare yourself. Meaning I'm
I
gonna be
actually-
nice, because that's how I usually am doing things in like previous campaigns, that basically whatever buffs you are doing, like you count them, you start counting them down from the first round of combat.
So I have a question, Mr. Night Lord. Is there going to be a height restriction in the battlefield?
DM question, what do you mean by that?
I said Mr. Night Lord.
Yes, but I
He's
don't know
asking
how-
you
He's
to get
asking what
really
the fuck are you
tall.
talking about?
If
Yeah.
I can go
Dude, that's a
full
good
big
reference.
boy.
Yeah, like
He's asking if there's
Uh,
a ceiling that would restrict his
How
height.
high is it?
There is
Yeah.
no ceiling, but there are walls. Essentially, the borders of the
fine.
map are the borders of the battlefield. But there is no
It's
ceiling.
Elden Ring battlefield. Yeah.
Very good. I just get so excited in the background. You just start seeing me air pumping my fist. Just like so excited.
All right. And as the unless anyone else wants to ask something, because for Dolan, it takes him like few minutes of like very meticulous work to like get this open. I just didn't want to jump forward without giving you a chance. If someone wants to.
I mean, I do have 2 things I can ask, but if someone else has something else they want to ask, they can go first.
I'm not hearing anything, so Monk, go ahead.
Mom!
Yeah, Winona would, what's the Night Lord's name again?
Hellstrom.
Okay, she would approach and just
Actually,
ask Hellstrom.
I should actually allow you to see the name because he did.
He did
Okay.
give us his name.
Covered by anyone.
Oh, there you go. Cool.
There it is.
So, so as Dolan works their magic, Winona would ask the Night Lord, Hellstrom, I ask this in reference to, as you seem to be an honorable being, my magical specialty is in healing magics, and I understand that you did say that you have a much higher stamina and health than my party, but I can understand if you would feel that healing magics would be unfair in a sense. If you would wish me to step away and act as more of a mediator to ensure that my party is not killed, I would allow that. I would not be opposed.
It is an interesting offer, but not needed unless you wish to step away from this sparring match, I suppose. After all, in combat against a true enemy, you never pick what tools the enemy uses. You use whatever you can to win and prevail.
That is fair. I just figured I should ask beforehand. Yes,
I
but,
did not imagine saying that, but it is a sentiment appreciated.
yes, this sort of combat for combat's sake does not necessarily sit well with me. But for the sake of the party, I would try to keep it as fair for those who wish to have such a fair engagement. So I will endeavor not to pose much direct harm to you and simply focus on keeping my team in the fight as long as they can stand.
Very well.
Yes, And then this is more of a curiosity than anything, but once you're freed, what do you plan to do once we are finished our sparring session, if I may ask?
That is a question, isn't it? I imagine by this point in time, if the other Night Lords didn't kill each other off, judging from what you're saying, I imagine not. They have established their own domains. I was never much for that. The only reason I came here was to seek strong enemies, strong challengers.
Well, much like you, I too have been in something of an isolation from the rest of the world. So I'm not sure if each of the Night Lords have their own domain, but given the way word has been around, I'd imagine so. So I ask because, in, again, relation to your honor, the most powerful opponent would be your fellow Night Lords. Would they not?
The
You gonna go
strength
beat up your
is.
homies?
I mean, she's asking this not in like a, hey, you should go kill your friends if they are your friends. She's more like, what's his take on, like, attacking fellow Night Lords? Like, I'm just curious. She doesn't have, like, a mood of, like, yes, go attack your friends, I say as Worm Tongue. But she's more stating it as neutrally as possible to avoid such faux pas.
It is something to consider. I wouldn't be surprised if by the current time there are conflicts between Night Lords. I would say there was no great alliance, but truthfully speaking, I have issues recalling the earliest years of the war. It's almost as if covered by blood haze, this feral animal rage or desire just to push onward and devour. And
Go ahead.
I imagine the way I want to say. Perhaps it would not be a lie to say that the initial part of the war, from my perspective, I would almost call it as if you let out a bunch of hungry, starving, absolutely feral dogs and just watch them go. And only when these dogs get fed, when they feast upon their prey, that's when some semblance of normality and intelligence returns to them. If that what is truly what happened, I do not know. I merely had plenty of time to ponder and meditate about my own strength and my past.
I've had similar meditations about the world, though from my own perspective. I ask, the reason why I bring this up is because the world, as you no doubt know, is broken, although I admit it is broken in the favor of the Night Lords. The cycle of true life and true death must be restored in order for any semblance of normality and civility to return to the world, and I'm sure someone like you can understand that having the world be built up builds more potential for greater opponents. So, how do I want to say this? I'll go with this. Essentially, she's gonna try and make the point of, like, maybe don't just, like, squash the City of Light if it's the only one left, because then you only have your fellow Night Lords to fight. And if, like, push comes to shove, why only fight Night Lords if you could fight new opponents that grow in a new world once the, like, cycle is restored, kind of thing.
Right,
That's usually the point she's gonna make.
give me persuasion.
Okay.
I have if the conversation's done.
Persuasion. Fuck. Oh, that sucks. That's
Oh. Oh.
not good.
It's my head.
That's
It is
real bad,
something
actually.
to consider. He answers, and Ibram, that gives you an opening to interject
I-
with.
So, Hailstrom. Yes. I'm sorry, I'm not the sharpest crayon in the box. So, and I'm gonna point at like one of the only few areas I don't have muscle definition. How'd you get those muscles?
You're
10,000
talking workout with the fucking Night Lord.
10,000 squats, 10,000 push-ups, 100 kilometers every day.
My mind space is infinite, and within it I exercise.
Understood. And he's like, I must add a 0 to all of my workouts.
I mean, yeah, that was a meme answer. I have no clue how would he answer really, because I just thought, you know what, fuck it.
I take the meme answer. I'm not gonna be upset at that. I appreciate the meme answer.
I am screaming at this natural one. I am so upset.
Why?
Sorry. If I literally had anything to like, I feel like Dolan is so concentrated. I couldn't
Yeah, sorry,
add
Dolan.
anything
Yeah,
to
no.
the
Dolan
to the
cannot aid.
conversation.
Yeah, no, Dolan could
I-
not add anything. I know that for a fact. That's why I'm like, I could ask now or I could ask later, but I know that they'll be doing their arcane recovery, so.
This is a skill check, isn't it?
Yes.
Damn it. Okay, it doesn't have skill check in my
Yeah.
my
no.
storm rune, or else I would give you the ability to just reroll that.
I was talking. Why don't you didn't ask Como to ask that too? This bitch got a plus 11.
Oh,
To
what?
at least up there.
Yeah,
So,
conversation. Oh,
what weapon do you use?
My body is my weapon. The only weapon I need.
He's a fucking monk. Holy shit!
No wonder you meditate so much.
I'm a barbarian, I guess. I don't know. You're gonna hurt either way.
I'm gonna
Oh, yeah.
punch you so hard. I'm just gonna punch you so hard, and I'm doing air fists, and my trunk is also doing an air fist as well. I'm just excited. Like
We're
Ibram
just
is
talking shit
stoked.
with the Night Lord before we fight him.
Basically, this is like the MMA like meetup before the fight.
Dolan is like having the fucking 6 stages of grief right now as he's doing all this. He's like, either this will be perfectly fine, or everything I've ever worked for will come for naught.
Winona's just fucking depressed that she failed to get a Night Lord to steer her away. Fuck! Or at least get the idea into his head a bit better. Ugh.
I mean, he will consider it, like, because again,
Yeah.
remember, as a player, you see the result. Your character doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. It's the thing of like he did say he'd consider it, so Winona isn't too sad, but she's definitely said he wasn't like, yes, I see your point. It would make stronger opponents if I let the world grow again, kind of thing.
Yeah.
However, you
Yeah.
reminded me because he would answer to end the conversation with you. He would answer. But with what you said, there lies the answer to your question why perhaps I didn't consider fighting other Night Lords in the past. They are already fed and fat and content. They have no reason to strive for more, while you servants of light, you have every reason to strive for more. You have every reason to push onward, to climb the mountain that is this world. You have a spark that can ignite into a glorious flame. And great warriors are born in fire. It is a privilege of lesser men to light the flame.
Just side-eye to Pastor after he said that.
This bitch sounds like Gwen. You should feel honored! Step into the fire!
Yeah.
At that statement, will Nona just be like, she'll just say, I was afraid you would say something like that. Oh well.
To be fair, like that, I basically took that quote from Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, it's so good.
Dolan would pause and he'd say, "It is interesting to hear tales of fire when all I have seen are dying embers." And then continue with his work.
I can show you fire, prepares to cast fireball.
Alright. I think at this point, after the conversation that we had has been had. God damn, I messed that grammatically. Anyways, and yeah, the door to the checkpoint opens. And if you are stepping through, I'm gonna put you to a different map.
Yeah.
The cozy place where Elstrom was meditating.
Oh, cool. That is pretty cozy.
Of course, I did not put any music on this. Fuck!
Seth is just like, I bet I could make a couple of chairs with these bones.
Excuse me. I'm activating the everything.
I mean, I don't know. I was gonna say, where are we gonna get a long rest before this? Before you start buffing yourself, bitch?
I just need the short rest.
You had a long rest just before you.
Yeah, I just
arrived
need
here.
a little short rest.
Okay. You need a short rest.
Basically,
short
all
rest
the
is your arcane recovery. Yeah.
all that's happening
that's-
here is basically everybody's just getting like a full like ready to go. Like, okay, we can do this.
Mhm.
Yeah, basically whatever buffs you place on yourselves, like count them, like note them down, and then you like start counting them down when combat
On
starts.
that turn, that will start.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going
On
to
the-
be casting. Yeah, I'm gonna be casting Mage Armor, obviously, and then Mirror Image.
How do I? So, can somebody explain to me how I add potion effects to my character?
You don't.
You don't. You just note them
You
down.
just don't. Like there is
Got
no
it.
way to do that. You keep it in your brain.
Excuse me while I break out a notebook real fast. I have a lot of things I need to keep track of as we click into this. Active.
Oh my god, it actually mimics my little tokens. That's great.
That's cool.
Wait, what?
My mirror image.
Oh,
active.
that's awesome!
That's very
Active.
cool.
Let's
Cast.
go.
Here we go.
Where's the spell? Oh, there it is.
I'm gonna go ahead and preemptively initiative.
I feel bad for this guy, honestly. I'm about to gut him. Not
You
in
cast
terms of health damage, but in terms of fucking debilitating effects for a fighter.
Yes.
Like, I'm sorry, my dude.
Now, if anybody is curious as to how I'm currently a 4x4, you
I'm
can
not.
actually rules is written stack enlarge reduce, which I have an enlarge potion with the Rune Knight's growth ability.
Hey, you wanna know something funny?
What?
As soon as combat starts, I'm gonna hiss your ass.
I'm already hasted.
Oh, damn.
Use a potion.
I'm not hissing your ass.
I literally do nothing but drink.
My guy drinks the speed potion. Okay, well, Winona's gonna cast Aid, and Aid particularly at 4th level, and she's gonna give Dolan, Sasa, and Ibram an additional 15 max health.
Oh my god. This
Let's
is the most
go.
myself I've ever had.
15.
Woo.
Yep, so just add 15 max health to y'all.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
I literally have a piece of paper. I'm writing everything down on it right now.
I mean, the max health you can do in your sheet, but yeah.
Yeah, max health, you just, there's a little thing under your bar that says max. It's right next to temp. You can just add 15 to that.
I know, but I'm adding so
Also-
much stuff at the moment.
Yeah, make sure everyone has 16 temp HP from my inspiring leader. Thank you.
I do
Yep.
currently.
I am
Not
always
bad.
resummoning my cannon.
Okay, so I need something hard to write on, not a desk pad because it's soft. I'll just do it in a little note sheet on my computer. So what are the what are the
Mm-hmm.
freaking what are the effects of the sun powder drug again? On the
It's
off
in the
chance I
notes.
would of the sun powder drug?
It's described in the handout.
Night watch.
Products, custom items.
Oh yeah.
Sunburn drug.
Thank you.
You can also take those handouts and